All right, welcome into the Wheel of Divisions fantasy kind of draft we got going on here tonight. The format for this is we're going to spin a wheel to give ourselves a random division, and then from that division, you can see Kyle just put it up there, we are going to spin another wheel that's going to give us a position, and from that position, we will need to pick someone from that division as well to fit into our lineups. And when we're all done, we should end up each with a quarterback, a running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. And we'll compare and maybe argue a little bit over who has the best draft. So, yeah, exactly. So, in order to get this started, I think we're just going to go clockwise through the 4 squares that we got here, just so we can kind of keep the order. So, we'll start off with Mike. So, go ahead, Kyle. Get this first spin from Mike. All right, let's see. All right, the
NFC South.
Full of fantasy talent.
Lots of offseason news in the NFC South.
Wide receiver.
Take Michael Thomas, I dare you.
Oh, Michael
Do
Thomas.
it.
Oh, listen, would have been an easy choice. This is a hard one.
Mike, before you get started too much here, I just want to kind of explain what's going on here. Kyle also has this sheet pulled up for us here, just so we can kind of see at each position, who's there, who's not. Just so we don't overlook any position or any players accidentally.
Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the list is looking pretty accurate to me. I mean, you can't ignore Calvin Ridley being alone this year. It's like Michael Thomas and him would have been a throw up, but I got to go Calvin Ridley. He's alone this year in an offense that I think is going to evolve now with Mike Davis there. I'm definitely excited about Calvin Ridley.
Beautiful. I would have done the exact same thing.
Agreed. All right, Kyle, spin it away for me here.
Let's see.
What do we got? Give me NFC West. AFC South. Ooh, okay. the fantasy wasteland.
I wouldn't say it's that bad. You got the whole Tennessee Titans team, and that's it.
Oh, boy.
Whoa. This one.
Oh man! Wow, those are 4 great quarterbacks to pick from. Oh crap!
Maybe 3.5. Who knows?
Yeah. I think I probably have to still go with the order here. Although I have to say Carson Wentz is really tempting to me. I think Wentz is going to bounce back to MVP form. Mike, I want to get your opinion on that now that he's not an Eagle.
Oh man, listen, I love the guy's character. I like playing football. I love guys that have character, like bring some to the field. On the stat sheet, you can't ignore what he did with the Eagles in his MVP-nominated season. I don't know. Better offensive line, man. I think offensive-minded coach, that's going to help him out a lot.
Big time, yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for him.
Yeah, what scares me a little bit is he's kind of going somewhere where there's not a lot of wide receivers again. I know he's got Pittman, Hilton, and Campbell, who all have potential to be good, but really haven't shown it yet, so that kind of worries me. But
right.
Even with the MVP talk, I'm still probably going to go with Ryan Tannehill, I think. It's just hard to overlook the fact that he has not only the number 1 running back in the league in Derrick Henry, he also has the number 1 – 2 of the top 10 wide receivers in the league with Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. So – I think for my pick here, I'm going to go with Ryan Tannehill.
I would have done the same. I think personally that's a no-brainer. Tannehill, fantasy-wise, has infinite potential on that team. Or Tyrod Taylor would have been a close second. But really, I like your opinion on Carson as that second guy, being like, he definitely has that potential. Definitely a interesting late round quarterback draft this year.
Really, I think all of these guys are not to drag out this pick, but like absolutely all 4 of those guys you can get in later than the 10th round this year, and they could all be very good, Deshaun Watson included. If he does happen to play, so something to watch out for. All right, Dante, you are up next.
That's it.
All right, let's see what we got.
There
this
it is.
Man, he's going to get it. He's going to get it.
I thought it was QB.
On to me.
Oof.
Well, I think I can think of two really decent candidates here.
I don't even need to
Let's hear this.
DeAndre Hopkins. It's a lock. It's DeAndre Hopkins. It's not even a question for me. The connection between him and Kyler, obviously, last year was established very nicely. He has an old teammate back with J.J. Watt, which is just going to improve that locker room confidence between him and DeAndre. I think in terms of also the competition that he's facing, I mean, he's got to face Jalen Ramsey twice, but outside of that, there really isn't anyone that can really guard him one-on-one in the deep and through like middle routes and slant routes. So I think his footwork is impeccable. I mean, what else do I have to say? It's DeAndre Hopkins. Like if you had him last year, you know exactly what he did.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's between him and DK, and I just think DeAndre just has more opportunities to get catches.
Now, let me ask you guys something. So when we do our rankings, we're obviously pulling in 100 different things, and we're giving it a percentage of how much we think it's relevant in our rankings. What percentage of relevance are you guys giving vaccinated players this year in your rankings?
That's a
very
good
little.
question. That really is a good question. It's definitely a factor, but it's a small factor for me because I think regardless of whether the players are vaccinated or unvaccinated, I think with the path that we're going down right now, it's going to affect teams because there are going to be teams that have both vaccinated and unvaccinated players and are going to have outbreaks regardless of whether the players are vaccinated or not. So for me, it's definitely crossed my mind, but I wouldn't say it's a huge amount.
The way I look at it is it's like trying to project what they call a injury-prone player, where you're just like, I know this guy's not going to play 17 games this year, but you have to kind of stat him out to play 17 games. It's kind of like I maybe they get COVID, maybe they get sick. You can't predict that, so you just kind of have to stat them out at their potential, rank them that way, and kind of take the blows as they come, if they do.
I think that's a great comparison. That's a pretty good parallel. All right, going around the clock here, we are to Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle.
All right. Ooh, AFC South again.
Okay.
Long quarterback.
Running back.
Take Tyrod Taylor.
Ooh.
Okay. Wide receiver. Wow. This is interesting.
Oh.
Because right there, I mean, obviously, it's really going to be between two Tennessee boys. Because after that, it's a bunch of like guys that I'm okay with in my flex.
Right.
Well, Julio and AJ, that's going to be a fun duo. But I've got to go AJ Brown. I think the target, him and Tannehill already have that rapport. They've played together a few years already, so it's already built in that relationship. Julio obviously is going to just eat into that ceiling potential of AJ, but I love AJ, and I love Julio as well. But I think AJ just kind of balls out. He's not the receiver I would have liked compared to the other divisions, but I mean, I think he's a fantastic option, and I'd be happy with him as a wide receiver one in any format.
So now, who do you think gets the touchdowns this year?
Anthony Ferguson.
I think it's Julio.
I agree.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I was going to say I agree. I think it's Julio. I think it's weird to say I think Julio takes that Corey Davis spot in the offense, but I think he does, but does it 10 times better. But I think he finally has a quarterback that is willing to throw to him in the end zone. But I think AJ just he's a target hog. And he's exciting.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think AJ Brown's really historically been a lot of like long touchdowns have kind of been his MO, whereas Julio is such a big body, you can kind of throw it up to him in the end zone. So I think there's going to be a pretty a pretty decent split. And I think Julio is actually going to see an increase in touchdowns from what he normally targeted in Atlanta, because they, for whatever reason, couldn't figure out how to get him to score, which was a little out there. All right. We are back around. Just kind of to preface, if Mike does happen to land on a duplicate position, we're okay here, since he has 2 wide receiver slots. But as we go forward, like if I were to get quarterback again, we would just re-spin the wheel. Until, yeah.
But so, you can get the same division as many times as you possibly can.
Yes, you can.
That's the point of the game.
I'm on a path for an all AFC South team. I was speaking into existence.
I'm with you.
An NFC East running back here, please.
Welcome to the South.
Hey, yeah, it's an AFC South running back. Yeah.
Ooh.
I was hoping it was quarterback.
Oh man,
my team is looking nice here.
I don't even need to ask.
All right, lock it in, Derrick Henry, man. Oh man, I'm so excited for him this year. Revamped offense, man. Not as much people putting 8 people in the box against him anymore. Oh, give me Derrick Henry.
Now, question, Mike.
Let's hear it.
Was there any part of you that would consider Jonathan Taylor over Henry?
No, I can't. I can't, just because you have a solo back against a one, whatever you want to call it, double A, pure. Bona fide starter, Jonathan Taylor, but you have Marlon Mack there. He's going to at least be on the field, whereas nobody is taking reps from Derrick Henry. So right there, you can't even compare him. So,
and nobody's going to take touches away from Henry in that backfield. They'll bring somebody out randomly, and they'll just shovel Henry right back out there.
Yeah. I believe that this year it is going to be Jeremy McNichols. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's either him.
Sorry, could you guys hear me ringing there? I apologize.
You answer?
No, I didn't. I muted it. Sorry. All right, Kyle, go ahead. You can start my spin here. Real quick before we move on to Derrick Henry, though. How many of you guys think he's going to break 2,000 for a second consecutive season?
It's weird because there's an extra game.
The extra game is the catch.
Definitely.
I don't think so.
I'm going to say.
I think there's going to be.
I'm going to say
aerial attack.
Okay, I have Kyle for yes. Dante, what'd you say?
I said I don't think so. I think they're going to Julio. I think they're going to kind of focus on the aerial attack and save and try to preserve him for the playoffs.
And Mike, how about you?
I think without a doubt, extra game. I think easily.
Yeah, I'm on board with that too. I'm pretty heavy on the train of Henry over 1,000 or over 2,000.
I was gonna say over 1,000. Give me that prop all day.
Yeah.
All right, Zach. Are we going down to the South again?
I hope not. All right, I'll take it. NFC West.
Okay.
And wide receiver. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to take the other guy that Dante did not here. Although I do have to put a plug in for my guy. Robert Woods is one of my favorite wide receivers. I every single year love to target him just because of the target share that he gets in that offense.
It's the 100 rushing yard floor that you get as well.
Oh yeah, that's what puts me over the edge. Yeah. But no, he I mean, every year you can count on him to finish somewhere right around 100 receptions, and he's just fantastic. But I think the ceiling for DK Metcalf is so much higher. I don't think I'm speaking out of bounds here by saying like he could legitimately be the wide receiver one. He's got that kind of talent and that kind of target share in that offense, and Russ loves throwing the ball to him. So I'm going to go with DK Metcalf. He's going to be my pick here, and I'm pretty confident about that.
That's a great pick. And the only other person that gets as many end arounds as Robert Woods is Evan Ingram for some reason. So
yeah, you're right about that.
Problem, Dante. I'm glad it's not me dealing with it anymore, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
go ahead for Dante.
Dante is getting an AFC South
New division.
Quarterback.
Oh,
Come on,
excited.
quarterback.
Wide receiver.
And all right.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right. God, this is the first one where it's like
T.Y.
DJ Chark is. I had DJ Chark last year, and I was so disappointed in his performance. I know he has Trevor Lawrence with throwing him the ball, but oh my God,
Dante, you know Julio Jones is still available.
oh, is he really?
Yeah, all that's been taken is AJ Brown. Oh, you should have let him go with it. Come on, man. He's sleeping. You should have let him go with this.
Michael Pittman, maybe.
LaVisca, no.
Bro, no, UFC South has been picked so many times. I'm like, all right, every player has to be gone at this point, you know?
I think Zach had you in
favoritism
for Julio before you even looked at the list.
Yeah, I might have. As soon as I saw AFC South, I was like, oh, well, I know who that's going to be.
Yeah, man.
All right, why
like
are you
that.
taking Julio?
I think Julio has the potential to lead this year in touchdowns for wide receivers. I think he's an instant red zone, target. He's such a big body in the end zone. If you're not focused on Derrick Henry, you're going to be focused on him. And it's going to provide opportunities for A.J. Brown as well. Don't get me wrong, but I just think they don't have it's going to be a lot of one-on-one coverage just because that offense is so potent. So they're not going to be able to focus on Julio as much, leaving him with more opportunities to break down that defense and, provide opportunities. So, I think Julio is a sure thing. I think he's definitely going to be a top 5 wide receiver, and I'm going to stick with my take with him leading the league in touchdowns thing. This is a bias. He's my favorite wide receiver, so that's a big reason as well. But
I wonder what the prop bet would be for that. That's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Would you take him
Mike,
over?
I'm going to look it up right now.
I don't want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about money right now.
No. I'm saying, would you take him over 10 touchdowns?
Would I take a what?
Wait, I said, would you lock him in at over 10 touchdowns for the season?
Oh, over 10? Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Interesting.
I'm thinking like around like 14.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's bold.
15.
Let me see.
I'm going slow.
I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he's ever hit 10.
I was just looking for that too.
He did once. He hit 10 in 2012.
Oh, that was his big year.
That's the only time he's ever done it.
Yeah,
but to be fair, that was when he was across from a still pretty solid Roddy White at the time. So there was someone to take some focus off of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there was someone
they never had
like that last year.
They never had a running back like Derrick Henry, though. I mean, Steven Jackson was like the closest thing, and it's like that he's not even close. I mean, in his prime, maybe.
Michael Turner was decent for a while there. I don't even know
Derrick
if they
Henry, though.
To be honest, yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely, you're right.
Steven Jackson.
I said, yeah. I mean, that's the closest thing, but even he was past his prime at that point.
Yeah. 2011, Turner had that was the year Julio had 10. Turner had almost 1,400 yards rushing, which is a pretty good season.
Yeah, not bad at all.
All right, let's keep moving on. Who are we up to here? I believe we are on Kyle. Go ahead.
All right. What are the odds? This is AFC South wide receiver.
Oh,
AFC East.
Okay.
We're going somewhere else, boys.
Yeah, this could be a potentially nasty pick.
AFC East, tight end.
What is it?
Tight end. Could have been better.
Well.
Probably the worst of this division. However,
bad, man.
Honestly, I think running back would have done you worse here.
I have my opinions on both Myles Gaskin and Damian Harris. Positive opinions.
Yeah.
However, this is probably the weakest division of running backs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna roll with good old Michael Gesicki.
All right.
I think Jonnu and Hunter Henry in New England on a team that last year did not throw the ball. And I personally think Cam plays more games than most people think. They're just not interesting to me. Dawson Knox, tempting. I love Josh Allen. I love the potential of Dawson taking that next step, but I think Gesicki is the play in this division. And I think he's just kind of a dominant guy when he gets the ball. Tua doesn't throw as much as I'd like him to, but I like Gesicki, and I'm rolling with it.
It's a good pick. No complaints from me.
First tight end off the board.
All right, Mike.
Okay, off rip. Who's got the best team so far? Who do you think is off to the best start?
Oof. I mean,
I can't argue with Mike's.
Mike's is too good.
The balance right now
Mike's
in those redraft leagues, that's all you could ask for. Now, if we're going to bring it up, let's think about this. Is Derrick Henry and Calvin Ridley possible in a PPR format league this year in redraft?
Yes.
I think it's highly possible.
I think if you're sitting in the early, middle, first round and you get that turn where you're not all the way at the back end, I think it's definitely possible.
Okay, but is a Derrick Henry, Calvin Ridley, or Derrick Henry, what am I thinking? A.J. Brown, Mike Gesicki stack possible? Is that doable in redraft?
Never.
Absolutely.
No way. Their ADP is way too close.
All right, Kyle. Run it for Mike here. We are on pick number 3.
All right. AFC South.
As it's rolling here, Julio Jones' touchdown prop is at 7.5 this year.
That's a smash over for Dante then.
God, I'm smashing that. That's a oh my God.
AFC
That's a wet dream right there.
That is a wet dream right there. Stamp.
AFC West.
Any
position here. Any position here. Oh my God.
Listen,
all right, Mike. Where are you taking?
This team is nice, man. I don't know what's going on. The luck today is absurd.
Yeah.
It was an AFC West tight end, Dante.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Kelsey, man. You know what's funny too? There are your injury training camp news coming out, and Travis Kelsey landed on it today. We'll see. We'll see how many people ride with that one, but I'm sticking Travis Kelsey here.
Now your team is definitely not possible in redraft.
Yep.
Yeah, not possible.
You got 2 first rounders there.
Damn it. I don't have the best tight end anymore.
All right, before we move on, Kyle, you can start getting the spins for all the baseball people out there. Max Scherzer and Trey Turner just got traded to the Dodgers. So
they did it.
That puts them over the edge.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, that's wow. All right, I think this is me, right? Yep. Let's see.
Going back to the West.
Back to the West. All right. Let's see.
Can you do another tight end? Yeah.
Is that what?
Or wide receiver? No, it's wide receiver. My bad.
Wide receiver. Okay. Oh man. Well, I was talking him up last time. I guess I got to go with him now. Give me Bobby Trees. I'll take Robert Woods here. I think he's the clear-cut next best option. I guess I'll dig one deeper here. I like Ayuk too. I think he's gonna be good. He's gonna build off of what he did last year with San Francisco. But for what I said before, I just think Robert Woods is going to be just so good in PPR. So that's where I'm sticking. I'm gonna go with Woods.
So would you take Ayuk over Kupp?
Yeah. You know what? No, I don't think I would. If I had Woods, I would. No pun. But I think taking Ayuk over Kupp would be a bit of a reach, just based on ADP right now.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, we're on to Dante. So Dante, let's spin the wheel.
Dante, get him a running back. Here we go. Ooh,
AFC South.
he needs that running back
He
now.
does. Come on, tight end.
Come on. God.
Oh,
Oh, right back to wait. He can't take one. No, respin.
Oh, okay. All right. So we need anything but
Respin?
wide
Oh,
receiver.
man.
Yep.
Respin.
Oh, he's a lucky
guys gotta tell
dog, man.
Running back.
You guys gotta tell me. Oh, running back?
Yeah.
So AFC running back?
AFC South
AFC
running
South.
back.
Oh, okay. Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he now Mike has a point when he said earlier it's not a bona fide just single back offense. I think Nyheim Hines and Marlon Mack are going to get those reception touches, which in PPR kind of hurts a little bit. But Jonathan Taylor is definitely poised to have, I'd say, at least 1,500 rushing yards and probably like 8 to 12 touchdowns, given how much he's used in the red zone. He's just an electrifying back. He's able to move around, be elusive, as well as take those extra hits for those extra yards. The offense, it took a while for him to get adjusted to that offense, which is why he had those struggles in the beginning, also being a rookie who isn't going to have those problems. But as he progressed in the season, he looked a lot more comfortable. And I think that's just going to transition into this new season. So, yeah, I feel comfortable with that.
JT.
You didn't want Travis Etienne?
It was close. Honestly, James Robinson, I'd rather have probably between the two, but that's because I had him last year and he led me to a championship. So biased again,
All right. Let's see. Now we are Kyle for your third pick. Go ahead.
Here we go.
Don't
Come
be
on,
AFC
AFC
South.
South.
Don't be AFC South. Don't be AFC South. Okay. All right. I'm happy. Here we go.
West. All right. And let's see.
Gold line of a division here.
I got a respin. Dang it.
That would have been a nice tight end. That would have been Waller. Oh. All right.
Oh, wow. Let me sit here and ponder. Patrick Mahomes the second.
No way.
Is there even
Drew
a
Lock
way?
right there. What are you talking about?
I feel like I don't have to say anything. It's Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Justin Herbert is good, but I mean, you're comparing Patrick Mahomes to somebody, and you can't do that. So I'm taking Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback. Take that, losers.
I saw a quote yesterday. He was interviewing someone, and the reporter mentioned that Patrick Mahomes was talking about Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert's quote is, "I'm just happy Patrick Mahomes knows who I am." And I thought that was amazing because this guy, everybody else is looking at like a star. And this man's looking at Mahomes like that.
It's hard not to, though.
It is hard not to. It is hard not to,
All right. Let's see. Now we're getting down to the tricky section because we need specifically a quarterback or a wide receiver here for Mike, I think.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll spin until we get one, I guess. All right.
Just don't get Russ.
Okay.
And wide receiver.
Wow. Okay.
He does need a receiver, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I think this was actually the rougher of the two positions you could have got here, Mike.
Yeah. Not bad though, but
yeah, not bad. I'm easily gonna lock in Mike Evans. Him and Godwin, they're such a great tandem, man. But after seeing the red zone usage, Mike Evans last year, I'll take that any day. You just can't pass on him there.
Yeah, agreed.
This team, Mike. It's
Team is
incredible.
Nice, man.
Yeah, Mike, you're getting
really
well for the wheel
is.
today. All right.
All right.
Kyle, go ahead, spin for me here. I'm just trying to finish with some. Oh my God, the NFC West. That's my third NFC West, isn't it? Yeah.
So you can't get. You need a running back or a tight end. Ooh.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh.
Neither of those jazz me up too much.
Oh.
Whoa.
No. All right. Well.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I forgot.
Well, I feel like we all forgot. We all
That worked
forgot.
out okay. All right. Well, continuing my my NFC West theme team, I'm going to go with George Kittle. I hope I get the NFC West again, just so I can pick a. What do I need? I have a Seahawk. A Cardinals running back. I'll take Chase Edmonds, and then I'll have one from every team. But yeah, I'm going Kittle here. It's obvious. I like Gerald Everett. I think he's going to bring some nice things to that Seahawks offense. He's athletic, and I don't think Mike. I hate to insult. Who were you so high on last year? Was it Disley all year?
It was Disley.
Last year, this year, next year, the year after that. Will Disley, man, give him the opportunity, man. My man is a dog.
Well, the bad news, unfortunately, is that I think Everett's going to bite into some of that opportunity. But regardless, I'm not going with either. I'm not going with Higbee, and I'm going to go with George Kittle.
That's genius. I don't know why you would go anywhere else.
Yeah. All right, Dante, let's see if Dante needs a power move here to catch up to Mike.
Quarterback or tight end?
This could be big.
This could be huge.
We'll see.
Whoa, interesting. Have we had an AFC North yet?
No.
Quarterback, man. Let's go.
Quarterback. All right. Wow, those are some pretty good choices he's got there.
Let's hear it,
I
Dante.
mean, yeah, that is really close. It's closer than you think. I'm gonna go Lamar just because he has that rushing attack, which is incredible, and he has the speed, which you can't teach. But Baker Mayfield definitely deserves closer, recognition as well, just because that offense is so potent. He's getting OBJ back, but I'm gonna go with Lamar still, just because they run the offense just exclusively for him. Like, he's able to make all the decisions, and most of the time it results in him either doing a read option or a pass option, and then rushing for like 50 yards. Which, to have like a dual edge, rushing and passing attack in the same person is something you really can't ignore in fantasy. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Lamar.
Nice.
All right, Kyle, let's see if you can level out that tight end here.
I'm playing catch up with you guys. I will say, after me, I think we just need to spin the divisions because we're all just searching for one guy.
Yep.
Right.
So I need running back and receiver. Oh, come on.
AFC South.
Okay, NFC South. Give me running back. Give me a running back.
will give you two great choices: Mike Davis and Ronald Jones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette. No,
I'm writing him in. You said it.
No. Come on, guys. It's close. It's closer than it should be, but it's Christian McCaffrey. The man, I think he played 3 games last year and was incredible. Got hurt again. We missed him. He was very well needed in the year 2020, but oh man. Is he back? He's going to be glorious. You know he's going to be fantastic. There is zero question about it. And I lock him in. Although Kamara, I love Kamara. That man is a magician that I love. I want him on all of my teams that don't have Christian McCaffrey. But yeah, that was a tougher decision than it needed to be. But McCaffrey.
Easy number 1 and 2 this year?
For me, yes.
Same.
I would put Dalvin Cook ahead of Kamara, personally.
Okay.
Personally.
Wow, okay.
See Dalvin Cook finish as PPR running back number 2 last year while playing 2 less games than basically everybody else. So that's something to keep in mind. I mean, if you're going to take the Dalvin Cook injuries for 2 weeks and he's still going to finish better than everybody else, I mean, that's hard to ignore.
You just got to hope that those 2 weeks aren't week 15 and 16 when you need to win a championship, you know? All right. We are on our last round. So let me see. Mike needs a quarterback. I need a running back. It actually works out. We all need a different position. Mike needs a quarterback. I need a running back. Dante needs a tight end. And Kyle needs a wide receiver. So that'll keep us on edge a little bit here. And we won't vulture anyone's players. So, all right.
So
Mike is spinning
we
for
will.
his quarterback.
Yep, we are only spinning the division because it may take forever to spin for that quarterback. An AFC West QB.
AFC West.
Nope, that's the NFC.
And Mahomes is gone. Man,
Mahomes is out of there.
With the boy Justin Herbert, man.
We're locked.
Oh man, I'm so excited for this whole man's career. I'm just on board with Justin Herbert, man. That offense is going to be electrifying this year.
I just want to I want to butt in. I want to plug a player that I think is going to be great this year. I think Mike Williams is going to have a fantastic season this year. I am very, very high on him. And I think you got a hint of what he could do last year. And Herbert obviously is going to go to Keenan Allen all the time. You know, like you have a all-pro receiver, you're going to go to him. But I think he kind of got a taste of what Mike Williams is all about. And I think he's going to go to him a lot this year. He could be a nice steal late.
It's like a broken record, this guy, Mike Williams. How many times?
No. Listen, I was off of him last year. I was on him the year before. He went for 10 touchdowns. I'm not saying it was me, but, you know. All right. Go ahead, Kyle. Spin me a division. I'm looking for running back here.
So, question before we do that. What divisions haven't been landed on? The NFC East and the NFC North?
Yes.
You did get NFC North, I think, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. AFC.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We have it. Yep.
Yeah. And AFC, everything's been landed on the AFC, right?
Yeah.
I think so,
yeah. Yeah. All right. So we have two divisions. Right. We have two divisions. All right. And I am looking for a running back.
A running back from the NFC East.
All right. Well,
there you go.
This is actually a great division for running backs.
Yeah.
It is.
And this is a tough pick, believe it or not. Immediately when I saw NFC East, my mind didn't go to 1 or 2. It went to that guy at number 3. It went to Antonio Gibson. But I don't think I'm going to get that ballsy. I think I'm going to go with a guy who is a surefire thing, and that's Ezekiel Elliott. I am taking him over Saquon because I think Saquon is going to have injuries hold him back yet again this year. You know, when he was drafted, one of the major things were that the Giants were just going to kind of beat him into the ground, and it's year 3 for it's going to be. Is it year 3 or year 4?
I believe it's year 3.
3, I want to say, yeah.
Okay, regardless of whatever it is, last year not playing all year it made me lose a year almost mentally. But you know, I think we've seen him just banged up so much through his first couple seasons of his career. What's that, Kyle?
This will be his 4th year.
His 4th year. Okay. Yep. So yeah, and I mean the last 2 seasons he's dealt with injuries. I'm just not really sold on him yet, quite honestly. Whereas Ezekiel Elliott's offense got better from what it was last year. That he got his star quarterback back. I love what they're doing in Dallas, and that pains me as a person who's not usually a Dallas fan. Sorry, Mike. But I think that Dallas is doing something special. If they can make that defense a little bit better, I think they have a championship quality team there. But that's not to say anything. I'm taking Ezekiel Elliott.
I like that. I would have taken Saquon personally. However, I think I could flip them back and forth all day and be happy.
And I think that's why we see right now in picks 5, 6, 7 of fantasy drafts, it's some combination of Chubb, Elliott, and Barkley. Never really in the same order. Always mixing up.
Yep.
All right,
Dante,
you need a tight end.
You are getting one from the AFC East.
Interesting.
All right.
Welcome. Welcome to the AFC East
tight end hell.
Team.
Herndon, baby. Oh, man.
And Gesicki is gone. I've taken him. He's mine.
I'm gonna go Hunter Henry. I think he's just shown consistency. I mean, it's a new team, obviously, and you have Cam throwing the ball, so it's not going to really bode well for a lot of opportunities for him. I'm not going to lie, like this isn't like I'm not really excited about this Hunter Henry pick. It's not. I'm not jumping for joy for it, but I think in terms of tight ends, he's going to be a top 10 tight end. The only thing is that position is so like after the first 3 or 4 tight ends, there's such a drop off. So you're not really going to be getting that kind of quality that you expect from a top 10 person in their position. But there are worse. He's going to get you around 10 points a game probably. So yeah, I mean consistency gives him that.
I think I personally would have gone Dawson Knox, but it's a cloudy division of tight ends after the legend Gesicki. But it's that passing upside that Buffalo provides that New England did not have last year. Just gives him that little jump. But I think Hunter Henry. I prefer Hunter over Jonnu. I know Mike is the big Jonnu fan of the team, but
it hurts.
I would go Dawson, Hunter, Jonnu, and then Herndon is somewhere.
I think with what Dante said, he mentioned Cam Newton. One thing about Cam, though, is like Greg Olsen was always a consistent producer in Carolina with Cam at quarterback. So that bodes well for the tight end position. All right, last spin of the last round of the last pick. Here it is, Kyle. We need a wide receiver for you.
All right, you think I get the NFC North and round out all the divisions?
Maybe.
And it'll bring me an even playing field with the special someone? Come on.
Oh. Hey, listen, this is good for you.
Right back.
I'm happy. I'm going Diggs. I mean, I've said it a couple times today. Buffalo, Josh Allen is going to be amazing again. And Stephon Diggs is the target maniac who just – it could be the third quarter and he's had two targets all game and he'll still end up with 20. Yeah. He always gets the ball. He's going to be Mr. Reliable again. I can guarantee that because this offense loves to throw now, and it's fantastic, and they do it really well, and I love the Buffalo Bills. So give me Diggs.
I was looking at that list for a second. You can make the argument that every other receiver besides Diggs is going in the 5th round or later there. Because I was trying to think about who I would go if Diggs was gone here. And all of them, like you could have your preference on some of them.
I would even go the 7th or 8th round or later. Like I think Jalen Waddle is the next off the board there.
Yeah, because you have to think Fuller is suspended. Parker is hurt right now.
History.
Corey Davis is in a new team. Waddle, I mean, he's a rookie and probably has one of the best potentials of any of those 3 guys. Aguilar is in New England.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's a mess. But, yeah, I agree. Those guys, there's a lot of question marks with these guys.
And I wanted to point out one other thing. If you could kindly switch over to the AFC North for me. I saw this one earlier, and we didn't have the pleasure of getting these running backs, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, man.
But you could argue that 5 of these guys are taken within round 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
maybe 4.
I could see 4.
Hunt,
Yeah, definitely.
Hunt's the only one that kind of fluctuates, and he's just kind of.
And he's somewhere right around that turn, though. He's 3-4 turn, usually somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But you're right. That's this division likes to run a lot.
Yeah.
Or at least use their running back.
Earlier, I needed to look at it. This is beautiful.
I think the amazing thing is just the parity between the skill players in this division compared to the other one that we were just looking at. Like, you could argue that the skill players between the Jets, the Patriots, and the Dolphins are all just like equally mediocre. Sure, there's Will Fuller and Waddle who kind of boost the Dolphins up a little bit, and you can look at Harris who might bump up the Patriots a little bit, but like just across the board, aside from really Stephon Diggs, the whole division is just kind of mediocre at the skill positions.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Really is kind of like that should be an interesting division. I think the Bills win it easily, but All right, well, we are at the end here, and these are our 4 teams. I'm just going to go ahead and say I think I have the worst team out of the four of us. I think Tannehill really pulled me down. You guys all got elite quarterbacks, and I got Ryan Tannehill, and that kind of hurts. And quite honestly, I'll even say at running back, I think I have the worst running back out of the 4 of us, but that's because you guys got running backs like 1, 2, and 5.
It's incredible how that worked out.
Yeah. So
I got Gesicki, and I was like, okay, I probably won't have the worst, and I don't, but it's still like I'm still surprised that you guys got Kelsey and Kittle, where there were 6 other divisions that could have landed on.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I'll let you guys go through quick. Tell me who you think has the best team, and maybe like your favorite either duo or your favorite thing about someone's team here. So we'll start at the bottom, work our way up. Go ahead, Mike.
All right. So, I mean, I'm going to stay away from my own team here. I do love my own team. I'm looking at your guys' teams, and I think I love Dante's, man. I really love that Lamar is just going to be so consistent at QB there. I love Jonathan Taylor. I just think he's going to crush what he did last year. Even though he still does have people there, I still think that he puts up better stats than he did last year. You got DeAndre and Julio, man. I hope Julio just does turn into a touchdown machine. If you're going to feed A.J. Brown, feed him all day long. I just hope Julio gets his red zone looks that he never really got in Atlanta for as long as he's been there. So, and Hunter Henry and Jonnu. I mean, can't take away my love for Jonnu. That one's a tight one, but that's not a bad tight end to have. And if that's his worst position is Hunter Henry, that's cool with me.
Definitely.
His team.
All right. Well, I'll go next. Again, I'm going to avoid talking about my own team here. I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about both. Mike, I love your quarterback. I love your running back. I love your wide receiver. I think you have a very, very solid team all the way through. But I'm going to talk about Kyle specifically because I think that just speaking from a PPR receiving standpoint, like Kyle's got the all hands team here. He's got the best receiving running back in Christian McCaffrey. A.J. Brown is a one-handed catch machine. Stephon Diggs runs the cleanest routes in the whole entire league. And Mike Gesicki's probably up there with the best hands for a tight end with some of the catches he makes. And he's got Patrick Mahomes slinging them the ball. I just think that that's a great combo. So I think that I think collectively Kyle probably has the ceiling. I think the highest ceiling for a team. Out of the 4 of us, because I think if all of his guys snap on the right week, he's looking at just over 150 points from 5 guys alone. All right, Dante, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to concur with what you said. I think Kyle definitely the team has the highest ceiling, just given the potential of each player reaching like what they're supposed to reach. Kyle has potential to blow everyone out, but I'm going to focus on Mike's team because it's consistent through each position. I mean, you got Justin Herbert, who's going to end up probably with like 4,000 yards and, maybe 30 touchdowns. I think I would probably put the over for 30 touchdowns. I think the offense that he's dealing with, the weapons that he has, just opens a lot of opportunities for him to really showcase how, he's not that far away from. I mean, Pat Mahomes is, light years ahead of everyone, but like Herbert, when it gets down to like the next group of guys, you got like Josh Allen and Justin Herbert's right there. So Derrick Henry, I mean, we've already talked about him, really Derrick Henry. Calvin Ridley, him being the number one. You got Kyle Pitts there too. I think he's going to get a lot of attention as well. So Calvin Ridley definitely, in terms of wide receivers in that division, really couldn't go any better than that. That is to say, Mike Evans, if you had to go another option, Mike Evans isn't a bad one. Just in terms of red zone targets, I mean, Tom Brady loves throwing on the ball in the red zone. He's poised to get you like that 30-point game at least, 2 or 3 times a season. And with Travis Kelce, you talk about consistency. I mean, he's poised to have over 10 catches a game. It's quite easily, when it's all said and done, he's going to be a top 3 tight end probably of all time, given who he's working with and the production that he gets. Mm-hmm. The stats will probably show that. So, yeah, I love Mike's team. I'd probably go for Mike's team just because of overall consistency, but I think Kyle's definitely does have the highest ceiling.
All right, I just have to brag. That starting AJ Brown and Gesicki, I think I probably had the 3 best picks afterwards. Like maybe NFC North to get Devontae Adams instead of Diggs, but aside from that, I probably got like the one of the other 3 positions. So I just have to brag. But to talk about other teams, I'm looking at Zach's team, and I'm just like, oh, that's a really damn good squad. But I think every single one of your players is just below Mike's team. Like you could say, Ryan Tannehill's great. He's going to have a great fantasy season. But Justin Herbert, a little bit better. Ezekiel Elliott, he's going to get the ball a lot. He's going to be the ground and pound guy in Dallas. But Derrick Henry is the guy in Tennessee. And it's like the same thing. Kittle, he's going to ball out as a tight end. Travis Kelce, he's going to be the best tight end. So it's like right there for each and every single one of them. Mm-hmm. So obviously I'm going to say Mike has the better squad. Dante, you lose me with Hunter Henry. Like for some reason, looking at that, I'm just like, I don't even want to touch that team. But it's great. It's it's great above. It's great above that. Julio, Hopkins, Jonathan Taylor, Lamar, fantastic. It's just like I think I want the Kelce's and the Kittles of the world, and that just kind of makes me look upwards at Zach and Mike. But Mike's squad is. It's my love for Ridley, really, is what really propels this choice in my decision.
Oh, yeah. All right. We're closing in on the end here, but I want to do one last thing. We're going to do it real quick. All right. Let's go ahead and say that you are able to replace one player from your team. All right. So we'll go back. We'll go one more time through. We'll spin the wheel again. You can replace one player. So, Mike, if you weren't happy with Derrick Henry for whatever reason, you wanted to gamble, go higher, go lower, you can put Derrick Henry up on the line and we'll respin it. Okay. But if you get the same division, you can't take the same running back.
Okay. I like
All
that.
right.
Oh.
So, like, God forbid, Mike, you get the AFC South again. You would have to pick ETN or since Dante already has Jonathan Taylor, you would have to take ETN, David Johnson, James Robinson. Okay?
All right. I like this.
All right. But let's go rapid fire here. All right. Let's not spend too long just because we're closing in on about an hour here. So, all right. Go ahead, Mike. Who are you putting up on the line?
I'm putting Mike Evans up there, man. I'm taking a shot. I want to get a PPR guy. Give me someone.
Let's see it.
AFC
West.
That's what I was looking for, man. That's what I was looking for. Give me Tyreek, baby.
Wow.
That's a stack, man.
And that's why Mike is betting
That's
the
the
ponies this year.
So Mike replaces my. Oh,
Oh, let me go ahead and edit it. Actually, you know what? I'll put it over
Take
to
a screen.
the side.
Wow, I should go to the casino, man.
Oops. All right, Kyle, you can go ahead and spin for me.
all right. Who are you
I am
replacing?
going to be replacing my boy Ryan Tannehill.
Okay.
Oh, I hope you get the AFC South or AFC.
The NFC South. All right. Well, there are better divisions for quarterback.
However,
I think I'm going to go with Tom Terrible here and put Brady in as my quarterback. So yeah, I think that's almost close to a lateral move. I would have liked to have gotten a little bit of a better quarterback. I have Tom Brady statted out extremely, extremely high this year. I actually have him. Let me see real quick. I have him as my quarterback 5. I think he's going to be awesome. So I'm okay with this. I'll sleep fine tonight. I think that's an okay move for me. So, all right, Kyle, go. Dante is up. Dante, who are you putting on the line here? I think I know who.
Yeah, maybe Hunter Henry. Yep, get him out.
he's going to get the AFC East.
Oh man.
So, which one?
I can't just keep my guy.
Nope, you gotta trade him. You put him up.
You want Gesicki? I'll give you Gesicki.
No. I'll take Johnny Smith. I mean, I don't even need to elaborate why I'm taking him. Right?
Enough said.
No.
Okay.
All right, and Kyle, who are you putting on the line here?
Do I gamble with the other AFC East tight end?
I think you have to.
I'm doing it.
If you get the East, you get Chris Herndon. Oh man, NFC East. All right.
Some decent options this year.
I think I know what you're going with here.
I'm looking at my project. I'll take him. I'll take Dallas Goedert.
Right.
I mean, I like him. He's cool. Logan Thomas worries me just because he had a breakout season. He's not going to be perfect again, but I know it just wasn't going to be Evan Ingram.
All right. Well, that was.
I think that's
twist.
I think there's a clear winner on that trade. Who got the better upgrade?
Yeah, I think Mike single-handedly won our little game here with that one.
I was thinking Dante got the better.
All right, guys. Well, let's take a fork in it there. Yeah, this is a fun thing. We love doing this every year. You know, I think I can speak for all of us. We're already looking forward to doing this again next year. Maybe we'll have to come up with something else to do with the wheels before the season gets started. We'll brainstorm on that. But all right, well, that's it for us. We will see you guys again in the next one.
Cool.
Peace.